Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Troop by Nick Cutter. Now this is a standalone horror novel written in 2014 and it's a modern day combination of 28 Days Later and The Lord of the Flies. This book follows Scoutmaster Tim Riggs and his 5 Boy Scouts who are on an annual camping trip on a fictional island in the Canadian wilderness. One night as the Scouts are sleeping, an abnormally thin, incredibly sick stranger shows up, and this is where the story kicks off. We find out pretty early in the novel that this man is infested with a super deadly, super contagious, super adaptable, bioengineered tapeworm parasite. And the whole time I was reading this book, I was thinking, thank God this thing doesn't exist. Just to give you an idea of how horrible and disgusting this parasite is, it describes on page 396 how one eyedropper full of these worms in a public reservoir could kill thousands and thousands of people. And that's really scary to think about. Now I'm going to talk about the 5 main characters, and their names are Ephraim, Max, Kent, Shelley, and Newton. Now, these boys are really well developed, and Nick Cutter did a great job of writing them super accurately and realistically. The first character I'm going to talk about is Ephraim. Now, he is a boy with really bad anger management issues, and as you get to see the story from his point of view, you kind of understand his home life and why he's so angry all the time, and you even get to see a little of his sensitive side. Next up we got Max. Now in my opinion, Max is one of the best written characters in this book. He's really logical, he's really brave, he's really resourceful, and he's Ephraim's best friend. Kent is another big character in this book, and he's pretty much a stereotypical jock. He thinks of himself as a big shot, his dad is the chief of police, he doesn't respect adult authority, and at the beginning of this book, you can definitely tell that he is the leader of the boys, but later in the book, you see Ephraim challenge him, and that results in a really interesting power struggle. We also have Shelley. Now, he is a recluse and an outcast. He's a really odd kid, and I can tell he was based off of Roger from The Lord of the Flies. Who would name their boy Shelley? The last character I'm going to talk to you about is Newton. Now, I really like his character, but he is a blatant carbon copy of Piggy from The Lord of the Flies. I mean, he's super intelligent, he's super resourceful, he provides the voice of reason, he's overweight, the other boys make fun of him, he's always listening to his mother. The only thing he's missing is a pair of glasses. The Troop is a unique spin on the horror genre, and I'm not saying Nick Cutter is copying other authors, but he is heavily influenced by The Lord of the Flies. Not only are a few of the characters based off of The Lord of the Flies, but also the whole island itself and the very idea of boys struggling to survive on their own. Even the power struggle between Kent and Ephraim is based off of Jack and Ralph. In between certain chapters there are newspaper clippings, internet articles, lab entries, and interviews that provide helpful insight as to what's going on in the story. In the acknowledgement section of the book, Nick Cutter has an entire paragraph thanking Stephen King for writing the novel Carrie because that book inspired him to write the excerpts in The Troop. Conveniently enough, we have a little praise from Stephen King on the cover of the book. It says, "The Troop scared the hell out of me. I couldn't put it down. This is old school horror at its best." This is the first book I've read by Nick Cutter, and it's definitely a win for me. The story was fresh, the characters were interesting, and the descriptions were disturbing and well written. I actually looked this guy up, and it turns out that his real name is Craig Davidson, and Nick Cutter is only one of 3 names he writes under. I'm going to give The Troop a 10 out of 10. This is a fantastic book. I'd say if you like the horror genre in general or The Lord of the Flies, you should check it out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.